Happy Wednesday. Alyssa Nicoll here, joining the Code It Live channel to do some UI work today. Maybe we can figure out how to get screen share going. It'll probably be a good next step. Or making sure, my audio is coming through. All good things to do on a Wednesday. But tell me how you are. Because, things can be tough. So make sure you're taking care of yourself and not spending too much time on the social medias. All right, let's see. Let's try and share my screen so we can get to some wicked cool fun. And if you're joining for the first time, every Wednesday from 2 to 4 p.m. My coworkers are making fun of me in Slack. It's fine. From 2 to 4 p.m. Central Time, I hop on the Code It Live channel, and usually we do some CSS challenges, sometimes talk about UI work, but that's just it's a safe space that we can all come together and work through some UI fun. I am the Angular developer advocate for Kendo UI. Sometimes we might talk about Angular, but really this is just like a detox space for me to do some really fun CSS work. Okay, I say fun. I really, really enjoy like pixel pushing, as it were. For my last job, one of my favorite tasks was creating a custom color picker from scratch for this printing company that I worked for. They printed on fabric, and I freaking loved it. I had a flipping blast, like working with the gradient and the colors and, working through like web safe. And so it's just kind of my jam. I swear I zen out. Some people, this part of web development stresses them out, but I'm kind of on the opposite end, I guess. So it's funny to me whenever I hear people say, oh yeah, I'm a front end developer. And then they'll start going into like their tests for the front end and other back end things it's like the back end of the front end. And I'm like, oh, I like CSS. So stay hydrated. Hey, TJ, we can make fun of you in Twitch too. The big steel jug you had last week. Okay. So I love my big steel jug. It is full of iced coffee right now. And I don't know if you ever get to that point in your day when you've drank so much coffee that your stomach just hurts. So I'm like, if you ever see the big steel jug, most likely it's me just drinking copious amounts of black iced coffee, which is at a certain point not healthy. I don't know. I like to self-medicate with caffeine. But it is good to see you in the chat, everyone. I'm going to share my screen. So heads up, if you chat at me, then that will go on camera, screen, stream. It'll go on stream. There's the word. TJ, if you drink more coffee, your problems go away. I'm sure that's how it works. Okay, so the CSS challenge that I am actually going to go to the 100 days of CSS results, this one. This is what I was going to tackle today, but fun story. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. You ask why? We'll get to that. I'm actually teaching 14 children around the ages of 11 about web development, and we're going to build their first app. And it is going to be like create your first Angular app. But I polled them. It's a bring your kids to work event, by the way. But if this goes well, I mean, who knows? I may just start doing it as a side gig. I freaking love it because these kiddos are just like actually interested in how web development works, and they want to poke at things and put things together. And so I thought to myself, maybe a JavaScript framework isn't the best place to start. So I'm going to start off, it's a 4-hour thing. So I'm going to start off by teaching them just the basics, like this is HTML, it does this, it's building blocks, and this is CSS, it's for styling, right? And kind of walk them through that. And I wanted to jump into a code pin and just like have them right away be able to start like making elements, styling those elements, seeing that come to life. And then I figured later on we could like create a simple Angular app and like give it some navigation and maybe have like an about page. I'm thinking it'll be like maybe their first website or something that has like, bios and stuff about them on it. So instead of tackling this beautiful cloud challenge, which generally I like to grab 100-day CS. I always see SCSS because I like SCSS. So anytime I try to share this link, I say it wrong. 100dayscss.com. I generally pick one of those and then we go through it. But I'm thinking I need your help to basically take something that looks cool visually and turn it into, I guess, not dumbed down. I don't want to say dumbed down because I've met some and gamed with and chatted with some teenagers and preteens that are just as smart as me. So maybe just I have to create a baseline, I guess, of like, for instance, I borrowed this CSS 3D text effect and I changed it a bit from its original. And originally it had this background radial gradient in it, which was, okay, well, the text wasn't white, first of all, so don't get mad at the OG creator. The text originally looked like that, which is pretty cool. It looks great, honestly. My husband, turtle guy, is walking around the office right now with a fly swatter because apparently there's this crazy fat fly that's trying to attack me. Do you want to get on stream with your fly swatter? Come say hi so they know I'm not crazy. Okay, maybe I am crazy, but it's just funny. I have a fly swatting ninja in my office while I'm trying to stream. So there's that going on. But so yeah, this yellow is great. It's very sexy. But honestly, 4 hours is going to fly. And I just don't know if radial gradients is where we want to, as a dear friend of mine says, is this the ditch we want to die in? Right? Like, I don't know. So you can tell me if you think we should tackle radial gradients. I'm a little scared. So I was thinking I could do a fun combination of this text popping, which will have like them put in their own names, obs, because I want it to make the, like an about them type website. So teach them basically about fonts, right? Grabbing a Google font, adding styles to it. And also I want to make sure that we turned off the text shadow. And also I thought we could do kind of a fun mashup with the we're gonna steal these clouds. I don't know. You can tell me if you guys think this is crazy, but this is what we're doing. So basically I went to day index 32 on the 100-day CSS challenge. And right now I'm grabbing, so if you're wondering how this was built, spoiler alert, there are a bunch of SVG clouds. And as always, this, is it Matthias? Is he the one who, I'm going to sidetrack real quick. Yep, it's Matthias. So Matthias, as any good person would, built the sun. We're going to go to the sun with border radius. Hi, sexy. Wow, I didn't even know the sun was animating. I'm like staring at it very slowly, very slowly, very slowly. But the clouds are SVG, which I pondered to myself if that's even necessary. It's flipping cool because since it's an SVG element, you have access to dilly-dally with it as you may in the CSS. But I wondered what the clouds did. They bounce back and forth. Very interesting. Okay. So, I forgot. I totally forgot. I wanted to open with this tweet. If you haven't seen it, oh my goodness, it's so funny. ASMR for developers. She's saying things like, we've dropped support for Internet Explorer. Yes. It's just so funny. Give her a follow if you freaking haven't, because she's the funniest dev, I think, for Netlify. Okay. What's up with Netlify? We hire all the coolest people. I think it's like part of their MO. Like, we must own all the coolest devs. Okay. So what I was thinking was we could do a fun, basically like link to the SVGs instead of having inline SVG, because I just feel like inline SVG and radial gradients are where I'm going to draw the line tomorrow. But if anyone in the chat has ever had experience with teaching young ones about web dev and they have resources, it's one of the things that I wanted to ask for today. Because I'm going to be, walking them through the basics, and we're going to build something gorgeous together. But it's kind of also a where do you go from here? And I want to leave them with some resources that maybe aren't completely over their heads, things that they can do after that point. So drop it in the chat if you've got it. Okay, sorry. We're back to this. I'm basically grabbing these SVGs, and I'm going to move our chat off a little bit, just a smidge pitch, because I am grabbing these SVGs, turning them into little cloud files. Cloud. The punniness of it all. And then I'm uploading them to Cloud App. Wow, this just keeps going. Okay, sorry. This is, and then once I have that, I'm basically just copying, and I don't actually know if you can see this drop down. So I'm just copying the direct link, and then I'm taking that over into our, I need a better name for this. Naming is fun. Let's see. Let's try. I'll name it after the event for now, even though it makes no sense because there's like 0 Angular in this. So yeah, inside of this application, I'm just linking to the SVG like so and giving them alts. And then we can animate them and potentially decide. I feel like, well, first of all, these are just, scale. So that should be okay. I mean, yeah, sure, there's like a fun cubic Bezier going on here. That's not needed. Like, let's look at it, what it would look like if we just changed it to ease. I can tell a little bit, I think. I'm going to change them both. Again, just lowering the bar of entry here, because this will be the first animation that they've ever written. It did. Okay, I'll give it to you. It looked cooler. It looked cooler with the cubic Bezier. It did. But, and you all might be like, really, Alyssa? I actually have in my 1Password, I have a, I guess, a secure document. It doesn't really need to be secure. It's just where I keep things and organize things sometimes. And it's a secure document about myself. And it has things like absolutely ridiculous things, like all the emails I've ever owned, right? Like, because who wants to forget their AOL account? Also has things like, whenever I did travel a lot for speaking, I would have my latest like titles and abstracts to talks and links to times when I've given those talks before, if I have them, and just have like all of that information listed out under me as like a person in 1Password. And one of the juicy tidbits, it's like birth date or blood type or favorite cubic Bezier, right? Like is actually something that's underneath that, because I can't remember it. So I always go and grab it for things like this, because I created this cubic Bezier that kind of goes beyond, like the cubic Bezier has like a curve, and mine kind of goes beyond where like the border is. So it basically pops back. This is like the worst explanation of my favorite cubic Bezier ever, but we'll have to do a stream on it sometime. Remember to hydrate, darlings. Okay, so we are going to get the clouds popped into here first. And I don't actually know, are these clouds different is my main question. 1 hump, 2 hump, big hump, 1 hump, 2 hump, 3 hump, big hump. They're different. Okay. I was going to say, let's just change the scale, but they're actually different clouds. They're cute. Okay. So this first one I've already grabbed and created. So we're going to yet again move our stream off to the side. And is there a duplicate option? Cheerio. Okay, awesome. We're gonna name this one Cloud. How many clouds do we have? Just 3? Cloud and medium. And do it again. Cloud small. Okay. Like, why don't you do SM or MD? Instead of spelling it out. It's because I'm not bootstrap, people. Okay. Let's. I was like debating on what to use to edit it. Can I just like drag it in? I can. Sick. Okay, so go to our cloud medium, and fun fact of the day, if you actually grab like this inline SVG, it does not have all the things that you would customarily see. Let me show you, for example. Not the Twitter, not that one, this one. This one. I'm going to close. Yes, I still have Candy Box open. No, I don't need your judgment. Thank you. That's my to-do list. Okay, so I don't need you. I don't need you. Usually, whenever you have inspect, we're going to open Auto Inspector and to make it big. Look at this gorgeous kiwi. Whenever you have an SVG and you export it from something like Illustrator, which this one obviously was, you have additional properties, attributes on them, like this XML and S one. And so if we go and look at our cloud medium and we take actually, I'm going to do what I was doing in the first place. I'm going to close that challenge because we are not doing it today, sadly. Teardrops on our cheeks. Although I guess I could submit I could submit our wonky app version of it once maybe we will. Okay, anyways. Medium. So we're going to grab this SVG that is inline, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And we save it into Cloud Medium. And so I go over here to our browser, and just like I have this Kiwi pulled up, see .svg, I'm going to do the same thing for Cloud Medium. And you're going to get this the XML file does not appear to have any style information associated with it. And that's whenever you go, what the heck? Chrome, it's not XML, it's SVG, obs. But it's because we did not give it its XMLNS link a dink that it needs. So if we go ahead and add that, save it, and turn it to like hot pink, FF007F should be hot pink. Then we get our hot pink cloud in the browser. Okay, so there are other things. If we look here, and I really XML NS Xlink version. I know the ID is definitely not needed. XML space preserve. I used to know what all of these do. Do I remember? No. Is our cloud showing up? Yes. So I'm going to move on. But again, feel free to reach out if you do want to knowledge bomb us with delicious water. Okay. So we have our cloud medium. Let's go ahead and grab our small cloud, which I actually think height 57 pixels, height 66 pixels. Yeah, I think I messed. Oh no, that is the small cloud. All righty, darlings. Go to the small cloud, plop a dop it in here, grab our XML namespace. Perfect, nailed it. Awesome. And then you can even see in my little preview guy that our pink cloud is finally working. I don't need it to be hot pink though. And then at this point, I'm literally just going to use Cloud App, which is what I use for creating, uploading GIFs, images, etc., etc. Selects and then uploads it, and then we're super happy. And I don't know why this fly is bothering me. Being attacked. Upload small SVG. Select. Perfect. Okay, so now at this point we should have two. Go over to this one. And the downside, of course, is oopsie. Is that because we are making them images, we aren't going to have access to, modify the cloud, like change its fill color or something fun like that. But I think it's a trade-off I'm willing to do for tomorrow's class. So I usually do. I'm like all up in the SVG inline business. That's like my jam. Copy direct link for our Medium cloud. And I don't know why it does this. It adds a fun, there it is. A fun parameter on the end. So I'm going to delete that. This is the Medium SVG cloud. And then we need to do the same for our small. Oh, that broke. At least we see our copy direct link. Did I do it wrong? Let's make this bigger so we can actually. Let's see. HTTPS. I don't know. I'm going to copy my small one and then we can go back and grab it and see what's going on with our Medium cloud. Small. Save. I'm confused because on my big cloud, I was able to delete that part of the URL, which it didn't break for the small one. Hang on. We're going to just try like one more time to paste the direct link to our Medium cloud. All right, Medium cloud is there right now. If we get rid of that parameter, it doesn't break. I have no idea what we did wrong. Don't you love those moments? You're like, let's just completely redo it. Okay, cool. So we've got the three clouds. Boom, boom, boom. And we've got our name. And I think I want to give them a div called Sky. It's cute, right? And okay, cool. Me and Turtle Guy were arguing the other day because we were talking about teaching web development to younger people, and I was like, positioning, not sure if I want to tackle that. And he was like, are you kidding me? It's like, positioning is like the easiest thing in the world. And I was like, just go away. But yes, I think we should probably tackle that. Because I'm looking at these gorgeous clouds. All right, let's do it. Let's check out how big our sky is. As big as the clouds, you say? Who could have guessed it? Scrolling down past Bop and Bop B. Really? I could have done like Bippity and Boppity, or like, okay, I really should not critique others. I mean, we'll rename them to Bippity and Boppity, but okay. I don't think I should be all the way down here below my keyframes. Yeah, we're going to put it up here. Below the body of the H1. To our sky. Hello, sky. Background. You know it. You absolutely know what color I'm going to pick. Beautiful. And I probably should be more specific as we do this. And then let's say body display flex, justify content center. I see. Essentially we want to flex and center. We want to flex and center the text, but not necessarily the body. Because before all that we had, the Carpies are acting up. Because before all that we had was the text. So it's, I guess, fine to treat the body as the text wrapper. But in this case, we need to put this in here. And I wonder, name wrapper. And then we're going to say name wrapper for this. And then we're going to still call out the body and give it the text, because definitely want to talk about the body and how you can, that was it's like the moment that the text doesn't render. Okay, name wrapper. Yes, that's happening. Clouds are where we expect them to be now, logically. Our sky is pink. Where is this margin coming from? Who is the browser giving us that? No. I'm gonna have to open the inspector, aren't I? You know I hate doing that, especially with CodePen. It's like a nightmare. Okay. Grab the clouds. Go up. This one? That one. Ye old 8-pixel margin devil. User agent style sheet. Does that mean Chrome or does that mean CodePen? Hey, Sammy. My OCD is wanting to click the hide button on the bottom of the screen. Sam is a nut. Okay. I'll put those comments back up. Sorry, I didn't see it earlier. Oh, and Ed is here. And Kate Sky. Hello, beautiful people. And feel free to tell me if you know what user agent style sheet is. I'm sure it's the browser. User agent style sheet. Overridden by anything that you set. But where does it come from? I think it's the browser. Chrome DevTools. Those are the show user agent style sheets. I'm thinking Turtle Guy. Answer the question. He's probably typing it and being annoying to me. Anyways, I'm going to assume that it is. We don't need our medium cloud anymore. Or our gorgeous Kiwi. Goodbye, Kiwi. We love you. Okay, back to our sunny day. Okay, so we've got our user agent style sheet. Gross. Let's go ahead and give our body this one a margin of 0. I know there's like defaults that I should be like giving things. Why is my center not working anymore? Name, wrapper, class, display flex, justify content center. This is not centering anymore. Hold. Yeah, I'm gonna have to inspect. Name wrapper. Oh, so it is. Hang on. It is. Where's the arrow? There it is. So it looks like our name wrapper is justifying everything center, but I think Is it overflowing? Oh, let's just give it a background. That way I can see. Wait. Why aren't you working? Name wrapper, display flex, justify content center. You should be happy, my darling. What's the H1 doing? Margin 0, font size, padding, color white, all normal things. Then we're toggling the spans to have different transforms. Display inline block. What is my width on this thing? Like, what happens if I'm like, hey, width, be 20 pixels? Yes, it's like it's 100% width, and I don't know why. Why are you acting like you have 100% width? Pondering. 1 second. Bum, 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 bum. And I guess we could literally just be like text align center at that point, but all right, let's redo it. H1 body, HTML. Where'd you go, name wrapper? At that point, it's so weird. Refresh. Let's close this for a second. Body, name wrapper, display flex. Let's just comment out all of this goodness. Go down to our H1. You know what I wonder? I wonder if we go back to the display flex. It's a div, that doesn't make any sense. And if I view it full screen, if I make it really big, yeah, it works on full. It works in my browser. That's what I thought. Okay, well. So basically, when it wraps at, quick, someone get that measuring tape. 700. Let's see. When does it there? Right there. So at 887 pixels, problems begin. Don't judge me. Media query, CSS. I always do this because no, I cannot remember the syntax for it. Again, I don't want your judgment. Oh, I still try not to support W3 schools, so we're going to go to CSS tricks. And look at there's a media screen. Back over. Let's just do it right here. Bump. Media screen. And we're going to say 888 pixels. Max width, blah, blah, body, background. Gray. So we want to say name wrapper. Actually, I think I want to talk to the H1. Or if I gave the H1 a fixed width, it would fix it all the time, I think. Because, hang on, we might not need a media query. And also, who wants to teach media queries on day one of web development? Good Lord, Alyssa, what am I thinking? But if we say text align center, I think what happens if we do this? Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to just fix it. Why do I do this? Like, let's over-engineer the crap out of this. H1 and give it a media query. Okay. So our display flex is working. I still want name wrapper. Actually, I kind of like it at the top of the page so that we can add some other fun content about them. Yeah, I don't want to center it. Okay. We're ready to talk to our clouds again. And I think we can get rid of this radial gradient. I mean, it was gorgeous. We loved it, but I think she has to go. Okay. Body. Yeah. I don't think we need to do that. I don't think we need this background color. Well, actually, that background color is the blue color, but I don't think we need it for both the HTML. Height 100%. Why is this needed? It's not. The fun part is whenever you go, why is this needed? And then you delete it. And then 2 bug tickets later, you figure out why it was needed. Pretty sure we don't need to set height 100% on our body in HTML though. Maybe for what they were doing before. I don't want to judge them. Okay. Our sky, we want to do pondering how I want to do this. Because we could, I'm going to put this over like that. We could just stack the clouds on top of each other and then start animating them and give them different. Let's go look at how this one was done. Scroll up on the CSS. So cloud big, cloud medium, and cloud small are all extending cloud big. Except for cloud big, of course, is not extending itself. What would happen? Probably nothing. Okay, back to it. So position absolute, right? Z index, top and left, seemingly random. And then give each one a different top and left, right? Which makes sense. What I love about this is we get to teach extending, which I think is a pretty simple concept, question mark. Yes. I'm going to go with yes. So I love that. But is positioning just too much on day one? Is kind of where my brain's at. I think it'd be okay. I mean, the other alternative might not be, because what I was thinking was we could just say, hey, Sky, we're going to give you a display, this, of course, flex, and we're going to say flex direction of not the defaults. So our clouds are stacking like so. So I was thinking we'd stack them, or we can reverse the order because I think that makes more sense. Maybe question mark. Anyways, and then each animation, if we go back to sunny day example, we are giving the animation linear, infinite, alternate, both. Okay, so that's the handy thing because I was thinking we would give here's move left and here's move right. I was thinking we would give turtle positioning's the best. Total amount of water. Let me think. Because it's pretty nice being able to use the same animation for each one and not having to change the duration. Because I was like, oh, per cloud, we could change, not the duration, give them delays. We could give each one a delay. Thinking. I guess right now, let's just do it. Is this really necessary? They have a move right and a move left, and then they're alternating. But isn't there a way to tell an animation to now you can tell people you're a cloud developer? Oh my God, yes. Thank you, Ed. It made my day. He's so funny. I love it. Punny. Punny. Okay. Back to where we were. I think we can get away with just doing a move animation for our clouds, right? Have a simple, we're going to start here and then move negative 300%. And then alternate is going to have them come back. Infinite is going to have them keep going. Yeah. I don't know what fill mode both is. I think that's fill mode. Fill mode animation CSS. Geeks for geeks. No, this one. I'm looking for the types of fill mode, please. Subproperties, animation fill mode sets which values are applied before or after the animation. Because I'm used to fill mode forwards. I've used that one many times, but none. Forwards, backwards, both, or none. What on earth? What on earth? Okay. I'm going to search this doc for the use of both. No, they don't go into it. Looking it up is so much fun. Animation fill mode, code drop, CSS, blah, blah. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's go back over here and say backwards. See what it changes. This is on the clouds. They're starting out on the right, then moving left, so that didn't change. Let's make the duration like 6 seconds because who has time for that? Zoop. Okay, I'm wondering if the change is going to be... Okay, I don't get it. Let's go back to both and see. Well, if you can tell a difference between what we just watched, shout it out. I personally want to know if we can get rid of the fill mode. Probably not. Going. It's going. It's going. Oh, wait. I think I saved. So, oh no, I didn't delete it. Cool. I think it's fine. I think I don't want to talk about fill mode tomorrow. So I think that's going to be totally fine. Linear, again, isn't that the default question mark? Let's just like try to delete as many things as possible. I think we're going to need infinite. I know we're going to need alternate. Go clouds, go clouds. Ooh, that's why we need it. Because I think the default is ease, not linear. But whenever you spread out this happy cloud hoedown over 60 seconds, I think it's worth it. I am wondering if I should do, like we saw on CSS tricks. I'm wondering if I should do this. Where, boo, boo, boo. Yes. Yes, it is verbose. Instead of doing it all on one line. But should I break it up? I don't know. Put your thoughts in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to ponder my life as I sit here in silence. Okay. Move left, 6 seconds, infinite, alternate. I think we're good with that. So let's go ahead and move our clouds. I think we're going to need to do some positioning. Let's grab this. We're not dilly-dallying. dillying or dallying today. So we're going to grab these and then we're going to beautify them to our desired beautification. Okay, grab this. We're going to move this and we'll start under sky. And I didn't give them classes, just alts. If any of you in the chat have thoughts on alt tags and giving descriptions for images on either whether it's in your code, on your blog post, on Twitter, I'm always looking for like ways I can make things more accessible and better, because I think big SVG cloud is silly, but at the same time, should I like go into like cloud with 4 small humps on the left and 1 large hump in the middle and 1 small hump on the right, right? Like who's that helping? So I do struggle there. Class of big cloud. Class of, I don't believe it is only, not big, medium Wednesday. It's quite startling. I think my week is just so jam-packed that by the time Monday ends, I'm like, surely it's time for another weekend, right? Big cloud, medium cloud, all this talk of cloud sounds really, really serious. Serious. Okay, seriously, do you Google these things or do they just come to you as brilliant epiphanies? Because that's just Ed. Oh my God, that made me so happy. So we've got our big cloud. We're fine with our positioning. I don't really think the Z indexing is necessary, so we're going to cut it out until we regret it. Cloud big, cloud medium, cloud small. What? Nothing's being applied. Hang on. Let me think about what I've just done. Oh, it's because I said medium class. What I get for talking and writing class names at the same time. I have 4 daughters. I have to be quick thinker or they'll ruin me. Love it. Oh, also they're in reverse. Yeah, big cloud, medium cloud, small cloud. I really don't. It's fine. We're going to leave it. Although I think it makes more sense to have cloud first. I was going to say, let's change the class names in the CSS, but I think this makes more sense. I'm going to get that fly. I'm going to get him. I was like opening the back door because I love to work on my back deck. And I was like, ooh, I've got like an hour and a half between meetings and streams. I'm going to go and work out in the sunshine like a happy person. I swear, I kid you not. It was 2 seconds after I had my door open and that fly, he was like, and I was like, why is this happening to me? Okay, let's, problem that I see. I wonder if I should give position absolute to my sky. And also, we don't need the flex stuff anymore since we're positioning. And my sky needs a width of 100% and a height of like 45 pixels. Yes, Mom. I don't think it needs a height because we're positioning. I don't even think I need to. At this point, do I need the cloud wrapper? Think about it. Think about it. Think about how you're. This is the hard part. Is like how am I going to teach this? So, if we position, let's go back to sunny day, shall we? If we position we're positioning all of them because they're all extending absolute. I'm with you. Who's relative in this picture? No one. Cool. I don't understand why they don't need to specify. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back and we're going to undo and we're going to put, oh, wait. Oh, that was that far back, huh? Cool. Okay. And we don't need you anymore. And I don't even know if we need Sky to have styles. We're just going to comment that out for now. Go down to here. So cloud big on top of, oh man, I keep going back and forth. I'm like, is extending? at extend too big of a topic to tackle? I don't want to overwhelm people. I want them to feel empowered, not like, what is going on? Oh my God, which is like a common thing to feel whenever you're looking at CSS relative. I mean, mother fluffer. Hang on. Because we were, did I spell it wrong? Position absolute. Uh-huh. What did I do wrong? Oh, somehow I've broken everything. I mean, they're clouds, so shouldn't they be position float? That reminds me of what Turtle said. He said, absolutely, let's teach positioning, but don't do floats. And I was like, wow, I haven't needed a float in 5 years, so why would I teach it? Our clouds are going. They're going places. I'm very unhappy with them at this point. And I'm wondering if I should be like, goodbye, Sky. Does this work on IE6? Darling Ed, if I had a way of testing IE6, I would not do it. Okay. So the clouds are all in a row. That's exactly what we didn't want. Position absolute. Thinking about why the clouds are being absolute. Okay, let me go. Let's look at sunny day. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ed makes jokes. What the dickens? All right. I'm going to make this. So we've got sky. We've got all of them in these images inside of it. We're positioning each cloud. Absolutely. I'm spelling absolute correct. Let's inspect, shall we? I really want them to stop animating right now. So let's comment out the animation line. And let's bring back sky and position. And we're going to get rid of, whoops, I'm really, ever since I had carpal tunnel surgery, my fingers are a little numb. So sometimes I can't feel the keys as well. I'm like typing like with like a basically like chopsticks. You might as well just grab some blunt object and start smashing on the keyboard. Height of 444 pixels because hey Alyssa. Hi Mary Jo. Hi. Okay. 444 pixels. That's gorgeous. Okay. So it seems to me if you were to say, what do you think's happening, Alyssa? And I would say to you, I don't think the clouds are listening to our positioning, if we're going to be real honest. I'm wondering, let's go ahead and inspect the middle cloud because they're not. Look at that. Look at that. You know what that is? I have a feeling that's code pin. Clouds being clouds. I know, right, Mary Jo? Can't even. So, or I really am absolute. Am I spelling the word absolute wrong? I swear. ABS. ABS. OLUTE. Dude, why is that grayed out though? Like it's not right. I'm gonna scream. Okay. Let's just like rewrite it. Absolute. Absolute. It's mad at me. I bet you anything I'm like missing it. Semicolon somewhere. Especially after 118. There's 118 lines in here. Okay. It's at this point that I'm like, thank you, Cloud App, for your helpfulness. Let's go and find the missing semicolon, shall we? Okay. I don't get it. Extend the cloud. Yep. Okay. If we get rid of this line, woo, position's missing an I. Oh my God. You're amazing. How do I say your name? Bikalam? Bikalam. Bikalam. Wow. Position's missing an I. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get through this Wednesday together. I promise you. You know what's gonna happen tomorrow? I'm gonna be like teaching at 7 a.m. These poor little, I don't know, what is that age called? Preteens / teenagers / whatever age is joining. I'm gonna be teaching tomorrow. It'll be the crack of dawn. I'm gonna have my huge metal canister of iced coffee, and I'm not gonna be able to spell position. And they're just all gonna be staring at me like I'm insane. And I'm like, I swear, CSS works this way. And they're all gonna be like, does it? Okay. That was a nightmare. 118? Thank you for that wonderful. Seriously, though, I want to call you B until you tell me that that's wrong. Thank you so much for noticing that, because I was about to, throw something. Okay, cool. So position is working now because we spelled position correctly. It looks like position absolute is happy. Let's go back up to sky, and so really the height of our container, you might be like, why is our container gone and our hot pink is gone? Have fun. I found that talking to kids about the web is like someone talking to my generation about how landline phones work. Okay, I kind of want to buy, I don't even know if this exists, like a landline phone that like connects to my cell phone that I can like have on a desk, because that would be so cute. But Ed, thank you for joining me. Have a marvelous afternoon. And thanks for the puns. You make life funny. Okay, so you might be wondering, why is our hot paint gone? And it is because we have taken the clouds up out of the sky. So they're like sitting on top. You got our cloud container called the sky, right? And we have our clouds. And so our cloud container is as big as our clouds are. However, once you position the clouds, so you take them up out of the sky, right? They're no longer filling that container, so the container collapses. So we can give it a height if we want, which is it's not going to mess with positioning at all. If you'll notice, our clouds are staying in place, whether or not our text is being pushed down by the big hot pink sky. So, sorry, it's taking CodePen good. I don't know why this happens. It just sometimes it doesn't want to re-render what it's doing. Yes. Yeah, let's give it a height for now, for this moment, because we have white text on white clouds, which is not fun. We don't need our hot pink color anymore. And apparently I don't think we need position relative. I'm assuming they're just positioning, like they're positioning to their, actually no, it's like to the body, right? Which I don't really care, since they're going to be at the very top. Do I teach position relative? Here's what I'm going to do. Although, decide whether, how do you spell weather? Weather. I think there's no H in the beginning. I really have to stop getting text messages on my watch. It's very distracting. Decide if I'm going to position to sky or the body. Essentially, do we mention positioning relative, or do we just say, hey, absolute is going to take it up and out of the body? I hate taking shortcuts like that, basically just not teaching this part of it. But at the same time, really, really don't want to overwhelm the kiddos. Cool. Ed's talking about that tweet I told everyone to go and look at. It is flipping hilarious. Okay. So we've got our clouds. Let's go ahead and uncomment our animation to move them. And then at this point, I wanted to look into yes, we want a sun. I think we want a sun. Because I want to teach them how to, like, essentially that you can make shapes with CSS. I feel like I'm tackling too much. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'll have to decide all of this tonight. To do. Decide if a sun is just too much. Also, learn how to comment in HTML. Okay. And while we're deciding, the name wrapper, derp. Pretty sure the sun goes in the sky. Wow. Okay. The sun should be a span. I'm gonna position it. Am I gonna position it? Let's make it a div, maybe. Div class of sun. I really need a good list of body, name wrapper, sky. Below the sky, above the clouds. That's where the sun lives. Okay, width and height of 50 pixels for now. We will adjust as we see how our sun looks. Background color of yellow, but we are also going to look up things like that. Yeah, I'm just going to do it right now. Find a list of web colors, because essentially what I want to do is share with the kiddos about, like, here are the possible keywords, because obviously you can use any hex, RGB, blah, 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 but I think it would be less overwhelming maybe if they have a list of, like, here's blue, here's hot pink, right? Like, here's the actual keywords that you're allowed to type in here, so that when they're playing around with their background and their psychedelic clouds that they're making, well, they're not inline SVGs, so we can't change the fill color. But anyways, find a list of web colors. Right now we're making it yellow, and then we're going to set our border radius to 50. 50%. I'm so tired. Yeah, it is. I'm like, okay. Hate that it's touching the sides. So maybe this is a really good time to, I think this would be a really cool way of mentioning margin. I mean, like, we're literally in the sky tackling positioning and normal positioning, as well as absolute positioning out of the flow. We're going to hit margin. I mean, what's not to love? Beautiful. She gorgeous. Okay, but really that yellow is driving me bananas. Web color keywords. I don't know what I'm looking for. CSS. Yeah, see, these are what I want. HTML, CSS, color names, but I don't. Rapidtables.com. Name, color, and hex equivalents. You know I love my CSS tricks. That's what I want. This is what we're going to use. I'm going to copy it and put it in my paper document. If you haven't tried Dropbox Paper, I highly recommend it. As you can see over here on the left, these are just some of the documents I've created. Literally for anything, I'll, like, make a paper doc and start throwing things in it, and it's super handy because then I can share it out. Everybody can edit it. You'd think I work for Dropbox. I don't. Okay. What color do we want our sun to be? You're right. We want it to be dark sea green. They're not going to know what it is. It's got to be at least a little yellow. Gold is pretty. Nope, we got to go goldenrod. It feels all like 70s and just, like, spicy. Okay, where's my sunshine? Sun. Goldenrod. Oh, that looks horrible on this color of blue. You gotta love it. It's like there's so many times you're like, yeah, that's a good idea. It's not a good idea. Let's just try So I guess I want something lighter, light goldenrod yellow. I love these names. Light goldenrod. Oh. It like almost looks white. No. I like if we could find yellow. I wonder how many colors there are. Let's go back up. I think I'm just gonna do gold because gold was. I'm gonna make this page a little bit bigger for viewing pleasure. A B C D E F G gold. I think that's what we want potentially. Also, I do have a problem with hot pink. It should not be FF69B4. It should be FF007F. I need to lodge a complaint or maybe help write the spec. Okay. Gold. Yeah, I'm going to ship it. That's what I'm shipping it with. I don't want to animate my son. I want my son. There should be one thing on this page not moving. It's my deepest feeling in my heart. Okay. Let's see. Cloud big, cloud medium, cloud small. Yeah. Translate negative 300%. Sure. Is that needed? I think it's needed if we wanted to get this cloud. Let's look at it. Put universe wrapper around that sun. Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Nicoll is right. The sun is not necessarily in the sky, but in the universe. Although I guess it would be in the galaxy before the universe. Yeah, so 300% looks like it takes that small cloud. Why is it not moving? Holy love of 60 seconds is too slow. Well, like, I get that it's supposed to be like this relaxing journey across the sky, but it's killing me. Let's find our animation time. Also, move left. I guess that kind of teaches them about how alternate is working and the negative 300. Yeah, we're going to leave it. I like it. It's good teaching. Okay, let's do 30 seconds. See how blazing fast we can get these clouds. That's okay. I might actually change it back to 60 seconds during. I just don't. Let's do like something ridiculous. 3 seconds to see if we really need negative 300%. Okay. Yeah, because it's just. And it's also not going. Oh. Is this what both is for? Hang on. Hold. Watching it. I don't actually know if it's been applied. This is one of the very few negative things about CodePen is just occasionally it doesn't update. And so then you're left wondering, am I looking at the updated version? But for things like the class tomorrow morning, not having them have to have an IDE, not having them have to download anything like Angular or know how to use NPM, etc., it's going to be golden. Okay, so we've got our sky, we've got our sun, we've got our clouds. Yeah, both is applied. So let's go and see, because I'm pretty sure on, let's make this one 3 seconds. This is the example that we're pulling from. And then they go back. Yeah. Hang on. Thinking. If you don't know the problem is that our clouds stop right here. Their clouds go all the way to the right, which I really thought we were doing the exact same thing. Like move left, 3 seconds, infinite alternate. Let me look. we have it's the width, mother of God. Is it the width? I bet you anything it's the freaking width. Breathe. Okay. We're going to take off. We're actually going to change 400 pixels to be 100 view width and 100 view height. Yeah, it's the width. They're also like positioning and doing this silly nonsense to make the perfect little square, but essentially margin, I don't need any of this. I just want to show you what's happening. Thank you. Yeah. So this animation works if you're working in a 400 by 400 box, which we are not. So, which of course, again, this is coming from the 100. I can never remember the name. I will show it to you while I speak of it. 100 days CSS challenge.com. And I went ahead and skipped to tomorrow's because I liked the pretty clouds. So yes, we usually tackle one of these. So if you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Alyssa. This is UI Wednesday. But today we are doing something a little bit different. We are using this inspiration to make something that is potentially teaching friendly for 11-year-olds because I have a class tomorrow morning that I'm going to hopefully impart some web dev knowledge to 14 kiddos. So we need to make our animation work for something that is bigger than 400 by 400 pixels, which, as the aforementioned website, only works with 400 by 400 pixel examples. Anyways, back to our thing. Okay, so translate X to negative 300. So copy that. What I like to do in times such as these, when you're questioning, why is my animation not going far enough? Or what am I doing with my life? I like to go ahead and add the transform directly to the clouds, so that we see what's happening. So here's our negative 300 and here's our positive 300. See, that's what I expected to happen. This is what comes of not understanding either animation fill mode or one of the other properties as well as I need to. So what I expect is because I'm alternating. Okay. What if I don't think that's going to fix it. I expect it to go all the way to negative 300 and then I expect it to go all the way to positive 300 because I'm saying alternate. But what I'm seeing is more of I think like a 150. Not even that. I think we're just seeing it return to normal. Oh my God, I just answered my question. I think it's because we're seeing it return to normal, which yeah, it just goes back home. It doesn't go back to the negative. So thinking instead of from and to, why don't we just change it to think about it? Think about it. We could go negative 300, 0, 300. It would be nice to only have two different states though. How jank would it be if we did 300%? Yeah, we're really missing that cubic Bezier. Actually, did this one have a cubic Bezier for? Never know because I deleted it. I'm going to close this and go and reopen the primary example because I modified to. We've gone too far. Okay. Let's see. I need to see my CSS. I don't need to see the JavaScript empty file. No, they were just doing linear. They were just doing linear on that particular example. But here's where I'm going to pull it up on my phone because I don't know if I have anything sensitive hidden away. Let's see. Look up Alyssa, find myself in 1Password, and copy my favorite cubic Bezier. And then I paste it over here inside of move left 3 seconds. We got rid of linear because we're just using the default ease. I love it. Oh my God, I love it so much. It really is my favorite cubic Bezier in the whole world. Let's change it back to 20 seconds. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit, but hello, Tofu. Welcome to the channel. I might call myself a developer, maybe. No, probably not. I'm a developer in training. I still have my training wheels on. As soon as I can fully explain to everyone all of the different properties of animation, such as fill mode, and what exactly the difference is between both forwards and backwards, then by Scotty, I'll call myself a developer. Not until that day. Okay. The cubic Bezier is obnoxious and not needed, especially when we're going to be moving way slower than this. But I did want to try it actually on the text. So we're going to go ahead and leave it as the default ease. Biscotti. Did it sound like I said biscotti? That's fine. That makes just as much sense as anything else I would blather. Animation, move left 20 seconds, infinite. Every time I clap my hands, it's like a spasm of numbness goes through my fingers. I'm hoping that's not like a permanent side effect of the surgery. They're healing up nicely, though. I got my bye, Scotty. Sounded like biscotti. Yeah. I got it, Turtle. I'm with you. Absolute top left. What was I doing? Something. Oh, yeah. Cubic Bezier. I'm going to go down here to... Okay, I love this text shadow, BT dubs. It's so sexy. It makes me so freaking happy. Oh my God, look at that right now. Like, does that not just make you want to like dance? Your developer scars. I know, right? It's actually because I game so much. When I was pregnant last year, the doctor was like, "You need to stop playing video games." And I was like, "You're making a joke, aren't you?" And she was like, "I'm not." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Permanent nerve damage." And I was like, "Destiny," right? So like so it's been a long journey towards getting video games back in my life, but also, web development, that too. Text shadow. Yes, this text shadow makes me so freaking happy and it's so gorgeous. I mean, it really adds something to the example. There are 2 8 to 10-year-olds in the class. So I have to think to myself, can I explain this text shadow to an 8-year-old? Think. I feel like like, what if I just like said, "Here, paste this in. Trust me, it's gonna look great," right? Like, but they're gonna look at that and it's gonna look like gibberish. I mean, it looks like gibberish to me. I have to look up the freaking what each number means. Oh, I don't know. There might be a way to simplify the text shadow so it doesn't look so terrifying. I mean, I could start using variables for one and pull that RGBA out. Do we want to teach variables? The things we ponder in life. Anyways, so yeah, the text shadow for now is staying because I mean it's so sexy and it makes me so happy. Hang on, I need to comment this out. Did it like... Okay, cool. was like, did it shift the position of our text? Surely not. That wouldn't make any sense, right? Okay. It didn't. We're not going crazy. Okay. And in case you were also wondering, what is that color? The yellow color on the save button. It is FFDD41. It is nice. Like I'm like so tempted to use that for the sun, but I really want to stick to keywords, so I won't. In case you were wondering, no, it is not our gold color. It looks different. Okay, back to what we were doing, because I do need to wrap up soon so that I can go make a quick Angular app for tomorrow so that we can slap this gorgeousness in it. We've got our sunshine. It looks gorgeous. We've got our clouds. They're moving. Oh, right. I don't think they're moving. Are they moving how we want them to move? I think so. I mean, they're moving all the way across the screen. They are a bit, what's the word for it? They're a bit too excited. Let me change that back to 60 seconds. And then we have, I don't know, 444 pixels is what we need. 222 maybe. That's much better. Why 222? Because it's a fun number and you got to be fun to teach people, right? Maybe not. Okay. Got our sky, we've got our name. We'll probably throw in some really fun things like bio about ourselves. And then at that point I'll get to actually learn how to comment things out. Teach about margin and assigning other fonts, because we don't want this title font everywhere. But yeah, I think that'll be fun. And then I think the other thing is just creating an Angular app with navigation. So I think the big thing I'm going to have to decide tonight is, well, first of all, it's almost 100 lines of CSS. I think we can do it. I think it's fine. We've got 4 hours. Bippity. I'm going to actually Google how to spell this. Bippity boppity. There we go. Bity, really? Not a D. Interesting. Bippity. And this one's going to be Pity. Pity? Yeah? Is that how we? Bippity boppity. Yeah. Cool. All I can think of is Dragon Ball. Which, if you're like super nerd like me and you know who Bippity and Boppity and Boo are, then there you go. Okay, here we go. Paste. Great reference. Thanks. Freaking love Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Okay. Bippity, boppity. Yes. We're happy. We're bipping. We're bopping. So yeah, I think the fun part. First of all, really, first and last child. Mother of God. There's no way I'm teaching first and last child. We're not getting into pseudo elements. Okay. Throw out the whole example. I think we need to just go ahead and create span, transform, display inline block, text center, Also, I don't know if I'm going to do SCSS with nesting. They can handle it. If they can pwn me in Destiny, they can totally handle nested elements in CSS. Okay, span. First child, we definitely need to... So this is basically... What are the differences between these? This one has a delay. Whoops. And a rotation. Okay, just for kicks and giggles, what would it look like if they were both bippedying? Not as freaking cool. Right. I mean, that rotation really does sell it. It sells. It's got that, it's like the quirkiness of it. It's fine. We'll write both, but we definitely are not going to apply it to a first and last child. So if we go ahead and look at our HTML, what is happening here is I'm going to make this bigger, bigger. We have an H1 with 2 spans. And I guess to save ourselves from the horror of having to create more class names, it was decided to use spans with first and last child inside the H1. I don't know why some people do this. I mean, I feel like this is a Turtle guy move. So Turtle, if you could speak to this, that'd be great. I'm just going to go ahead and class it up because it's like not adding that many points to our cascade here. First class of last. I guess it just looks simpler with the other one. So now if we go down, whoops, I'd already selected it. Darn it. Darn it. So now we're going to say first and last. Although, you know, if we didn't nest in this case, nothing would break because we don't have first and last anywhere else. Is it just me or did my name get bigger? It looks bigger. I have no idea. Okay. First, last animation. Yes, yes. Bippity boppity. Okay. I'm going to try fill modes of both on Alyssa and see. I really can't tell. We need to, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to set this one to bippity as well. And we're going to take off the, thank you so much, Turtle. We're going to take off the 0.2 seconds delay. And then we're going to set one of them to both. Actually, let's try backwards and see what the heck backwards does. 1 to backwards, 1 to forwards. Everything else is the same about these two. I swear, it's got to be something with the kind of animation that we're using. Because there has to be a difference between fill modes backwards and fill modes forwards. I know that it has something to do with the end state. So like whenever I'm animating something and I'm like saying, hey, I want you to move from point A to point B. And at the very end, it glitches back to point A. So then you say fill mode forwards, meaning I want your last state, your last frame. Like I want you to stay where you were. I want your last frame to be point B. But as far as like a looping, like with infinite, for instance, and alternate, I don't freaking know if fill mode matters at all. Like we just completely get rid of it, which I don't know what it is by default. I swear my name got bigger at some point during this. Let's go back over to this one. Fill mode of none. Okay. So I think that means none is the default. Cool. Okay. I think I'm just going to take off fill mode and we're going to talk to it. Is display inline block needed? And if it is, then why don't we just make them divs? Apparently it's needed. Why don't we just make them divs? I don't know. We're going to have issues? Maybe. Let's find out. Okay, divs what we wanted all along. Cool. Transform scale point. Oh, apparently that's not needed either. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. You like my testing? We're gonna put it on one of them and not both of them. So we're gonna just put it on the first name, but not the last name. I don't think it's needed. I don't think it's adding that much. Honestly, I really can't see a difference. So I'm gonna completely get rid of it. So now we have our gorgeous text shadow that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna put it to the side. Put it over there, and then we're gonna talk about it later. So we've got our font, text line center. Fine with that. Margin 0. I don't know if we need that. I don't know if the browser is going to. It is going to. We need it. Font size 8 ems. No. Tomorrow is not the day to teach ems or rems. So anybody want to guess? Take your guesses. I'm going to go with 220 pixels. I'm really feeling like that's what 8 ems, 220 pixels is going to translate to. Looks like I was like half wrong, maybe. Okay, so comment this out. I'm okay with it though. Fine with it. Let's see it with the 8 ems. Let's see it with the text shadow. Kind of liked it before. A little bit bigger, a little bit quirkier. Let's check it out. I don't understand. I'm text line centering, but I'm not wrapping. Let's do full screen. Why? Why though? Okay. Hold. Everyone hold. Oh, that's a fun. Why is this happening? Like, okay. Anyways, inspect. Let's check out. Yeah, H1 name wrapper is as big as the width. The H1, tell me I didn't set a width on it. I don't understand. Yeah, text line center's not doing that. It doesn't have a width, but itself is the width, right? Like, do I need to give it a width of 100%? Surely not. That didn't do anything. Don't worry. That's not what we needed to do. I'm going to put this over here so I can see comments in case any of you have brilliant ideas about what the crap is happening. Because essentially it is wrapping. And I don't know why it's wrapping. I am saying display flex. I am giving it justify content center. I am giving it a line item center. I don't understand. Why? Why is this happening? Apparently none of it matters. Let's make the text idea. I've come upon an idea that I would like to try out. I think I want the text to be like 150. Is that too big? Yeah, that's too big. I think I want it to be like 130. But then we're going to comment that out. And for testing purposes, let's make the text that size. Sounds good. Cool. H1 is by default inline block. So you're saying I need to make it a block level? I don't understand why it being inline block would make itself wrap at any width. Block. No, it's not fixing it. Neither is setting it to inline. What if we set it to inline block? What it is by default? No, I don't. Why? Why are you wrapping and being like this to me? Let's look. H1. Yeah, I want to just give it like a width of 144 pixels. That's what I want to do. And a background of, you've guessed it, hot pink. What the fudge, H1? Why is it doing this? And if we say block, no, not inline block. No, nothing. I don't understand why you're wrapping. Hang on, let's see. let's use our Google powers. H1 wrapping. That's how you spell it, Alyssa, with brackets. CSS. I don't want to force it to wrap. It is wrapping. Display Flex should set it to row by default, which would make it not wrap. Why don't you use spans instead of divs? Yeah, you're probably right. I really didn't want to set, it's kind of a pet peeve to set spans to display inline block. Because like the whole point of a div is that it's by default inline block. Like, so okay, idea. Although maybe this is the worst idea ever. Okay, let's see. Where is Cloud Big? I need more room full. I'm going to just refresh the page so that we don't see what I was doing. Cool. So if we use spans instead of divs, I don't know if that would really, who knows? Maybe it would fix our problem. Span here. Span here. Where's our, I need to set the name wrapper. Where's my H1? Are you up top? No, you're not up top. There you are. You need to set the font size. And then we were setting the, sorry, I get so disoriented sometimes. We took out the line of setting the spans to display of inline block. And I feel like just makes them divs. Apparently it doesn't just make them divs. Okay, hang on. Let me brain. Let's see. Okay, so they're display inline block. They're working. They're working. This is exactly what we want. But it was my understanding that if we change them to be divs, that we wouldn't need to say span display inline block. Then it stays wrapped. Weird. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm going to change them back to spans. Thank you, Bikalam again. And I'm going to add a, why doesn't this work with divs instead? Okay. Cool. Okay, so right now it looks, I'm going to go ahead and grab my bio. Apparently divs are either inline or block. Shut the front door. Try Face ID again. I don't know why, but in my head I was always like, yeah, divs are inline block by default. They're, so can they not be inline block? Hold it. Are divs inline or block? Yeah, that's what we want to do. Div element is a block level element. Inline elements span only take the space that is necessary. Yes. Okay. But can you be inline block? They start out as block level. Okay. They can be inline block. Thanks, Tofu. And Bcolum. You are amazing, peeps, in the chat. Amazing peeps in the chat. In the chat. Seriously, though, I want it to be a div. Like, it bothers me. Fine, we'll do it with spans. I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, right. I was gonna copy one of my bios. Copy. And we're gonna do a little bit of styling on this paragraph, and we're gonna call it a Wednesday. Then I have to go and make a default Angular app. Ugh. Routing. I'm like, on top of all of this, I want to tackle routing in Angular. That sounds fun. I just worry I'm going to lose them at some point. Maybe in the very beginning. Okay. So I've got my bio. Class of bio. And I don't want to set the body. I don't want to set it to luckiest guy because I want the default. No, I want it to be like sans serif. Is it serif like that? Or sans? It's sans. Yep. I mean, it's not perfect, but for this moment in our lives. For this moment. Also, we want to set the color by default to white, which I guess I should probably stop using hex colors, ? Yeah, I should. I need to only use keywords for this application. So let's pick out a blue, shall we? No. None of these blues make me happy. Dark turquoise is okay. Deep sky blue. That seems very appropriate for what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to change the background to deep sky blue. Yeah, all right. It'll work. Can you actually camel case these, by the way? Deep sky blue. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know which one I should do. Obviously, I should all lowercase or all upper camel case. Ooh, would just camel case work? Can I just like start capitalizing random letters? Yeah, I bet they're just lowercasing it. Yeah. So that answers that question. But I'm going to leave it like that because it's pretty. White. Okay. So let's see here. We gave it deep sky blue, took off that font. So now I need to go and give. Actually, the H1 is already. Why is our H1 still styled like that? Oh my goodness, why is this happening? I don't understand. It's like a ghost. There's a ghost. Lowercase you monster. Thanks, Turtle. Turtle's funny. I don't know. I could see doing it the way that this CSS Tricks article does it. I could see it. Maybe. Yeah, you're right. Lowercase feels better. Definitely. Okay, but seriously, why is this font still around? Oh my gosh. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Lucky. The name of the font is Lucky Guy. Oh, it's a ghost. It's a ghost. Seriously, I have no idea why this text looks like this. I took it out. You're gone. Go away. Who is setting your font? Yeah. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Sans serif, that's what you're set to. There's no inline styles, right? Like, I'm not losing my mind. Well, I mean, I know I'm losing my mind, but not about this. What is happening? Hang on. Hang on. Do we need like a hard refresh? Yeah, let's try it. Command Shift R. Why is the font still there? Okay, hang on. I'm looking. We're gonna just scroll through slowly. Oh my gosh. I don't know. What the fudge? It's CSS. Everything is lowercase or hyphenated. If you assign the colors in JavaScript, to be a whole different story. There you go. We shall lowercase it for life. Now, can you please tell me why this font is still... Oh my goodness. The text shadow. The text shadow is making it... Or no, it just wasn't updating because it was for sure the Lucky Guy font. Code pen! Okay, it's fine. I'm cool. Totally good. I don't need outside time. You need outside time. It's fine. If you'll notice, I've uncommented our text shadow and it's still not back. It's going to be a fun morning. I'm really tempted to just like, what they don't have text editors. Otherwise, I totally would just be like, we're doing this in an HTML and CSS document. But it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. We'll eventually get our text shadow back, I think. Also, isn't 0001 like just freaking black? Why aren't we just saying black? Oops. Okay. We're going to hard refresh. It's back. Okay. So we need to go ahead and put on our H1 the, what's it called? Luckiest Sky font. And it's perfect. It looks good. Then our text shadow, apparently we can simplify it because why? Yeah, it's not needed. I don't understand. You know, it gets even to me where it's like all these numbers that I'm just staring at and I'm just like, black. Everywhere. Because if the opacity was changed, then I would understand, but it's set to full opacity. Why is this like this? It doesn't require it, does it? And I'm like slowly destroying this. I don't think so. Makes it a lot shorter too. I really don't understand. Maybe somebody just really liked RGBA, like really liked it. Thanks, TED Talk. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and save this, and then I need to clean up the M's because, again, I'm not tackling M's tomorrow. No, we're just not doing it. Pixels I can explain. No, not M's. What was I doing? I was cleaning up the text shadow. We added the font to this. Oh, right. I was trying and failing epically at cleaning up the paragraph. I don't think I've actually called it out anywhere. So it's below everything. But I kind of like my keyframes to be last. And they're right next to the H1. No, I should put it below. All right. Bio. Margin of 20 pixels. Oh, that looks so good. Let's, yeah, it needs to be. You spelled your last name wrong. That would be so funny. Are you talking about the kemming? I mean, the kerning. It's a typography joke for you. Or did you just not know that there's two L's? It's like Nicoll, 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 Nicoll. Ah, you should know the two L's. Okay. Max width 400 sounds just peachy. I don't know. Text align center. I'm not really sure what I want to teach. Definitely not that. Yuck. My gut instinct, and you can tell me again about the craziness, is to yep. Class of bio wrapper. I know you hate me. You can keep hating me as you tell me how to do it better, because what I'm thinking is, wouldn't it be fun at this juncture in our lives to teach about flex? Like, I might tackle this first and say, hey, you can center it on all screen sizes. And it's a row by default. So all we need to do, I don't know if we need justify content or align items. Literally every time I'm like, let's try one and see if it works. It worked. I know one does one axis and one does the other. Okay. So, and then max width. Yeah, I still like the max width. Not happy about the widow. (410 pixels). Beautiful. Yes, I just massaged that. No, I don't need your judgment. Okay, so we've got our clouds, got our sun, got our name. I really need to just take a once over. Okay, actually, let's check it out on all screen sizes. It does kind of look a little derpy at that width. Ooh, it's slow to update. I mean, here it's fine. Here it's kind of like not fine. And I feel like I'm missing like hearts everywhere. Margin 0 auto on the bio would also taking care of it. Yeah, you're right. And there's only one element. I know you're right. All right, fine. Although I'm still going back and forth if I should say like, if I should use shortcuts like that, or if I should say like margin top, margin bottom. I mean, it seems exhausting. Margin right. But at the same time, like, it might be helpful to spell it out if it's your first time. Also teaching auto. What does that mean? Yeah, just do it auto, you know. Okay. I like this. I don't know if I like this. I might use a percent on that. Max width of 50 view width, because that's a percent. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna do it. I'm totally going. Oh, okay, we can't name. Create your first. We'll say my first web app is what we'll call this. And then I will, of course, name the angular part. So let's go over to one of my favorite websites in the whole world before we wrap up today's stream. And, I can't submit it because it's tomorrow's. Oh, maybe I can. Did you just try to jump into the future? You can only look at and submit to the pins of the last round. I did. So in 3 hours I'll be able to submit to this pin. But look at these from the last round. Look at these suns. That one's a little bit derpy. All right. Well, cool. I'm really happy with this. I obviously need to go through and clean up our styles a little bit so that we're not teaching M's to someone who's trying to wrap their head around this, but I really like it. I think it's really cute and fun, and I think the kiddos can customize it and make it their own. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. It is an absolute honor and a pleasure to get to just write some styles with you guys and mellow out a bit on the Wednesday afternoon. So I'll be back next Wednesday. We'll probably be doing a 100 days CSS challenge. I don't know why that website gets me every time. But yeah, and we also have some other really fun things coming up. I think next Thursday I'm doing a 7-hour stream, and it's like a throwback Thursday jQuery stream. We'll be creating a Twitch extension. So that's going to be freaking fun. I mean, it's been a while since I'm not that good at the jQueries, but I know that Google is good at jQuery because I can just look up anything. So it's going to be a blast. I think we're going to wear retro gear and everything, and there's going to be tons of prizes. And they're actually, I don't know if you've ever been to one of our quarantine coding days, but the prizes that we give away throughout the day are actually pretty legit. So yeah, come check it out. Come hang out with us and goof off. And again, thank you so much for making this stream amazing. I will see you all on the next one.